Hi, welcome back to HeyFunkyDrummer.com. I'm Stu Roberts and I'm going to be teaching you today a little bit on how to get more out of the beats that you already know. All of us, pretty much, will have learnt to play this beat. I'm sure that's familiar to most of you watching this. And if it's not, it won't be long until it is familiar to you. Quite often as drummers, we need to remember that it's not just always about playing kind of very cool licks around the drums, but often about playing simple beats really, really well with the right dynamics and the right texture. So I'm just going to talk to you today about taking that basic rock beat, but some of the different ways that we can play it. Okay, the first thing that we might want to do is, rather than play with a big sound on the snare drum with the rim shot and the bass drum with the heel up, like I just did, is actually play flat foot on the bass drum and use a cross stick in our left hand. If you're not sure what a cross stick is, all we do is put the stick over the drum like this, have quite a loose kind of cradle for the stick, and just play on the rim like this. And just being aware that we're not lifting the stick off the drum, we're just kind of pivoting the stick in our hand. And a good one kind of sounds like the sound you get if you eat a really nice kind of apple, that kind of crunchy sound that you get. Okay, so always aim for a good quality cross stick. It's very important. All right, so here's that beat with flat foot on the bass drum, gives us a kind of softer sound and a cross stick, and playing with the tip of the stick on the hi-hat as opposed to kind of the shaft and tip kind of method. Okay, here we go with that. Kind of cool. You might hear it played like that on sort of like maybe a Carpenter's kind of record or something like that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is kind of move back onto the snare drum with the left hand, but and back up again to using our full leg on the bass drum. And we're going to play the hi-hat, accenting every downbeat with the shaft of the stick, which is this portion here, and then going to the tip of the stick for the upbeats. So we have this. Okay, so when we put the whole thing together, you have and that just creates a little bit of dynamic contrast. Okay, a little bit quicker, that might sound like this. Yeah. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is learn to do that same motion but in reverse. So we start with the tip of the stick and then play the upbeats with the shaft of the stick. So instead of it being 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and everything else stays the same. And this is a good way of giving forward motion to that same beat. Okay. Okay, a little quicker. Okay, so I hope that gives you some ideas on how you can get a little bit more out of some of the very simple beats, or seemingly simple beats that you already know.